Oh, my gosh. What would I do without Mr. Sean Azimi? Sean, I just want to give a huge shout out to you for always running all the tech stuff, all the behind-the-scenes stuff with these calls every Saturday. You're absolutely amazing, my friend, and we all appreciate you more than you know, because some of us, Mel and I, are pretty tech challenged, so we like when somebody else runs that stuff. We're good at other things. All right, guys. Well, welcome to the Saturday Global Team Call. So great to hear so many states represented in different countries. I just want to give a shout-out to every single one of you for being here today because, yes, it is a holiday weekend here in the United States. And so for all of you, whether you're here in the U.S. or wherever you are, I just want to say happy Thanksgiving. We can give thanks any day and any time and in any place on the globe. So I want to say how thankful I am for each and every one of you. I hope you all had an amazing, amazing Thanksgiving with your families and your friends. And I know a lot of people still have dinners and festivities going on even today, which is so cool. I'm actually heading to a bar mitzvah tonight. My 12-year-old, one of my 12-year-old's best friends has his bar mitzvah tonight. So that is going to be my afternoon and evening, which is pretty exciting because I've never been to one. So super excited about that. So for those of you I don't know, I guess I should say my name. My name is Michelle Barnes. I'm an Elite 3, a Platinum 3 out in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Just to kind of give you the Cliff Notes version, so you're like, who the heck am I listening to? Maybe someone invited you to listen into this call to get a little bit more information about what we do. Maybe you're already in our business and you are ready to take your business to the next level. Guys, if there was ever a time, it's now, okay? You create your own economy, and we'll talk about that more in a few minutes here. And I will tell you a little story with that because I've been in this profession now for 28 years full-time. I started when I was 4, so go ahead and do the math if you want. I'm still so young. Oh, my gosh. When I say 28 years, I'm like, are you kidding me? How has it been 28 years? I don't even feel like I'm 28 years old. Oh, my gosh. Anyway, guys, I have been doing this more than half my life. I actually dropped out of law school, Cliff Notes version, went to college because, you know, that's what they tell us to do, right? Go to college, get that degree, and you'll be successful. And I bought it hook, line, and sinker, boy. I was like, all right, I want to be successful. As the first person in my family to go to college, went to CU Boulder, go Buffs, go Coach Prime, even though they're kind of stuck in win right now. Damn it. But anyway, our Broncos are winning. I mean, we've won 4 in a row, so I got to throw that out there. But anyway, as I get totally sidetracked as usual, you'll notice very quickly that if you're a human who has total ADD, ADHD, you'll fit in really well here. So anyway, 28 years ago, I dropped out of law school. I was going into my second year of law school, and I hated it, you guys. I did not want to be an attorney. I realized very quickly after working with some attorneys that they were freaking miserable. And I was looking at that at 23 years old going, oh, my God, that's going to be me in 20 years. How many of you have ever looked at people that have been in your career or in your job, and they're 5 years ahead of you, 10 years ahead of you, 15 years ahead of you, 20 years ahead of you, and they're freaking miserable, or they're broke, or they're living paycheck to paycheck, and you're like, holy shit, I'm signing up for this? Like, that's where I'm going to be in 10 years? No way. Imagine where you could be in 10 years here, okay? And, guys, that's, I think, the biggest problem with network marketers is they come into the business, they think they're going to be a gazillionaire the next day, and when they're not, they're like, oh, it's not working. Well, but you'll go work the 40-year plan, which also isn't working. You know, it's amazing how someone will give a job 30 years, but they won't give this 30 days. Crazy to me. Crazy to me, okay? So I'm saying if you're taking a look at this business, if you're in this business, plant your damn flag, okay? Make a decision that you're going to be successful and you're going to do this business until. My 3 golden rules are get excited, pay attention, and never quit. Get excited because no one wants to work with someone who isn't, okay? And life's too short to not be excited. And there's too much to be grateful for, and you're never going to get more of amazing stuff in your life until you're grateful for what you have right this damn second. Does that make sense? So I would say get excited. Pay attention. When I say pay attention, you're on this call. So huge. Give yourself a little pat on the back. Give yourself a virtual, give yourself a high five. Smack that other hand. And give yourself a high five because you're on this call right now. You're paying attention to people who are already seeing success in this business, guys. We all have the same products. We all have the same comp plan. The only variable is you, okay? The only variable is us and what we do with it, okay? So if there are people making $5, $10, $15, $20, $30, $40, $50, $100, $200, $300,000 a month here at Modere, guess what? So can you. Do what they do, learn how to say what they say, and you'll get their same results every single freaking time. But you got to do what they do, and you got to learn how to say what they say. And guess what? It's not that hard. There's about a handful of skills that you got to learn to be successful in this business. And when you get good at it, and just like anything, guys, when you're new at something, it sucks. Okay? It sucks to freaking be new. It sucks to not know what's going on. It sucks to be a little overwhelmed. It sucks to not be good at something, right? Anything you've done in your life that you're currently good at, you probably sucked at one time. All right? So embrace the freaking suck. Embrace the suck. Know that, guess what? If you keep doing it and you tweak it each time, do it, get better. Do it, get better. Do it, get better. A lot of you are in learning mode, which is fantastic. I love that about you, okay? Another virtual high five for you. Here's the thing, though. You can't stay in learning mode. You got to get in activity mode, okay? You got to learn and do and 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 learn and do. And as you learn and do, guess what? You're going to get better. And as you get better, you're going to get more confident. As you get more confident, you're going to get more freaking excited. As you get more excited, more people are going to be drawn and attracted to your vibe. I always say your vibe attracts your tribe. Well, if your vibe sucks, if you're stuck in winning, your energy sucks, guess what? Nobody's going to be drawn to you. We call this attraction marketing, not repel marketing. Okay? Some of you are all repelling people. All right? So we got to raise your vibe, all right? Your vibe attracts your tribe, so raise your vibe. Get excited, guys. Life is too short to not be excited, all right? So pay attention to the people who've gone before you. You're going to hear from some amazing ladies today that are going to rock your world. And they are just normal human beings, just like every single one of us on this call. They just happen to be average people with above average results, and they've become above average humans because they've done the do. They do the things that they need to do to get to where they are today. And they're going to literally take the gloves off and share all of that with you guys today, okay? I was not good at this business when I started 28 years ago. I'm still learning every single day, you guys. There are people in our team that run circles around me when it comes to sales, when it comes to building their customer pod. You're going to hear from a couple of them right here today that are absolutely annihilating it. They're making, $10, $20, $30,000 a month without recruiting a single soul, which is also unheard of in network marketing, by the way. So if you've done one of these deals before, if you have your perception, if you have a little MLM PTSD, okay, which a lot of people do when they come here, we get it. We understand that, okay? A lot of us had MLM PTSD as well. And then when you get here, I always you can't see the picture when you're in the frame. All right, so if you're taking a look at this and you've done one of these things before, the past does not equal the future, okay? When people say, oh, but this is different, it is, okay? And the reason it is because we have a dual-sided comp plan, so people can make a part-time or full-time income without recruiting a single soul, without even building a freaking team, which is really, honestly, what most people suck at in the beginning. And willing to embrace the suck like a lot of us have. John Melton embraced the suck. I embrace the suck. We embrace the suck. I've known John and Nadia for 20 years. We go back. Their first company was my second company. And so I knew them when they were like 19, 20, 21, 22, something like that. And guess what? To see who they are today blows my freaking mind. They're absolutely two of the most amazing humans on the planet. You guys already know that. I absolutely freaking love them to the moon and back. Beyond grateful for the business partnership that we have and what we've created here, guys. This team, I mean, when we say hashtag dream team, like this team rocks. So huge shout out to you guys. Again, so grateful for every single one of you. Every single thing matters. Every single thing counts. So you just being on this call, whether you're doing a little bit of volume or a lot of volume, it doesn't matter. You're here, okay? And every single one of you matter, and every single one of you, every single thing that we do to help this team move forward counts. Okay, and we are beyond grateful for you. So anyway, back to my ADHD story. So dropped out of law school. Oh, wait, I forgot. Get excited, pay attention, never quit. The only way to fail at this business is to quit, you guys. Okay, I signed up 28 years ago. I made a decision that I was going to do this until. Okay, I knew I was never going to quit. I've had companies quit on me. I've had companies go out of business. I've had companies get shut down. And guess what? I just keep on going. And it's crazy. People come and people go and people come back. And I'm like, I'm still here, still here doing the same thing. Like, I may not be the best, I may not be the fastest, but I am damn consistent, y'all, okay? I do the do every day, whether I feel like it or not, and that's the difference between being successful or not in anything in life, in anything, whether it's your relationships, whether it's your health and fitness goals, whatever it is, the difference between people who are successful and people who aren't is they do it even if they don't feel like it, all right? So that's what I did at 23 years old, guys. I had no business being in business. Oh, my gosh, what a joke. I'd never even had a real job at the time besides waiting tables and bartending. I was a personal trainer at the time, so I've always always had a passion for health and fitness and nutrition and wellness and helping people live better, healthier lives. Without your health, you have nothing. I don't care if you make gazillions of dollars. If you are not healthy, you have nothing, okay? So that is why I'm so passionate about what we do here at Modere with our lean body system, our patented liquid collagen, our gut health products. I mean, there's no better products out there, period, end of story, guys. And I personally lost 32 pounds. I've kept it off for almost 4 years now. I feel better at 51 than I did in my 30s. My skin looks better at 51 than I did in my 30s. I hate to even say I'm 51. So creepy. But I'm trying to embrace that whole thing. Okay. So anyway, get excited, pay attention, never quit. All right, those are the 3 golden rules. And guess what? That's what I did. You know, I didn't do anything crazy, but guess what? I showed up every single day, whether I felt like it or not. Do something positive for your business every single day. And that's what I did. And guess what? I embraced the suck. I got better. And then I just kept doing that. And I've been doing that for 28 years. And guess what, guys? It works. Okay? My goal was just to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month 28 years ago because I was $80,000 in debt. Okay? So I didn't walk in as a top network marketer. I walked in as a broke, beat up, law school dropout that knew that there was something out there for me. I knew that I was meant to do big things. I just didn't know what it was. I knew that there was more to life than just living paycheck to paycheck and being broke. And guess what? I embraced that entrepreneurial journey like a mofo. Not to say it's always been easy, but I will tell you it is absolutely 1,000,000% worth it. It's 1,000,000% worth it. The fact that now, fast forward, and guys, I made $102,000 my first year. I didn't even know what the freaking heck I was doing. I just got so passionate. I was so excited. I was like an idiot in motion, and I accidentally made $102,000 my first year. I didn't even know how the comp plan worked, nor did I care at that point. I was like, hey, do this, and you make money. All I wanted to know, I'm not an analytical person or an analytical person, okay? I didn't have to know how the comp plan worked. What I wanted to know was what are the driving behaviors that will help me make 6 figures in this business? Just tell me the driving behaviors. What do I need to do on a daily basis to move my business forward? And guess what? There's about a handful of things. That's it. So do those handful of things day in, day out, and you're going to get better at it, which means you're going to, get more excited about it, and you're going to get more confident, and you're going to actually enjoy it more. If you're not enjoying it, it's because you suck at it, so you got to embrace the suck and get through that so you get better at it. Then you actually love it, and you can't stop doing it. John Milton and I, we couldn't stop doing this business if we wanted to, okay? People are like, why y'all work so hard? And he's a freaking beast. You know that. But, people are always like, why do you work so hard? Why not? Right? We have the ability to change people's lives with these products and this opportunity, guys. So fast forward 28 years later, I'm right here in Highlands Ranch, Colorado. I'm a single mom. I'm a sole provider of 2 amazing teenage boys. I've been the sole provider their entire life for 15 years. And guess what? Is it easy? No. No. My life is a shit show. People are always like, oh, I just want to come and hang out with you for a couple of days and see the day in the life, a day in the life of Michelle Barnes. Oh, no, you don't. It's Crazyville. Okay. We got a puppy. I got 2 teenage boys. I got a boy puppy. It's crazy from here. But guess what? I love it. And I love the fact that I can build this business from the palm of my hand in 28 countries from anywhere and get paid twice a day. And I get to help people change their lives. Okay. So look, if we can do it, so can you. And you gotta just imprint that in your brain. If other people are doing it, so can you. We all have the same products. We all have the same comp plan. The only variable is you. So I'm so excited today, guys. Obviously, Black Friday, our Black Friday promotions, you guys have been absolutely rocking this Black Friday promo the last couple of weeks, crushing it. So huge, huge, huge kudos to every single one of you. It ends tonight at midnight, guys. Black Friday promos end tonight at midnight. So we still have all day today to crush our customer pods, okay? And then I know a lot of y'all are gearing up, and you're going to hear from these amazing ladies that sell way more product than I could ever even dream of selling. Oh, my gosh, they amaze me. I'm going to be taking notes like crazy. When they say just find people better than you, done and done, okay? Okay? I'm only a P3, so I do anywhere from 7 to maybe 10,000 in sales on a monthly basis. These ladies are doing crazy amounts of sales, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But over 25,000 in personal sales, insane. It's so awesome. There's people that have already done over 50,000 in personal sales in our team this month. And, the month's not even over, and we're not even done with Black Friday or Cyber Monday, which we have another 4 days next week. So Black Friday tonight at midnight, guys. Cyber Monday starts at at 6 a.m. on Monday morning. It's a Cyber Monday's a site-wide sale. It's 10% off site-wide. It's 4 days. It goes from Monday morning at 6 a.m. till Thursday night at midnight, Mountain Time, guys. When somebody spends over $99, they're going to get free shipping. That's before all the discounts, okay? And the discounts are stackable, and there's some free gifts. I mean, you get our liquid collagen cell-proof lip complex, which is my absolute favorite, okay, which is really, really exciting, guys. So we want to crush it. Don't forget about the We Are Modere bonus, guys. Just with 3,000 new points, you're going to get an extra $300 cash money. Gotta love that. Okay, so I am so excited, you guys. That's going to be talking to you today are going to absolutely blow your mind, okay? I can't wait for you to hear their stories. I can't wait for you to hear what they used to do, what they do, how they got here, and what they're doing to absolutely just crush it in this business. So I want to give you a date to write down really quick before we get started, because our first speaker is going to talk about this. So write down December 16th. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. You know what's coming up on December 16th, guys. Saturday, December 16th at 10 a.m. Mountain Time, this phone number, and it is free, okay, should be charging thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for this event that will be happening right here that all you got to do is listen to, because I don't want you to have any distractions, okay? It's my yearly goal-setting training, the yearly goal-setting event that I have done for over 25 years now, guys. I've been working on it for the last month or two, just putting notes in my phone of things that I add to this call. There's going to be some new and exciting stuff. For those of you that have done it, a lot of you have done it year after year after year, which I absolutely love, because, yeah, you don't just set goals once, right? And you don't set them to set them, you set them to get them, right? And so I am going to be adding some stuff to this goal-setting event that's going to help you achieve the goals that you set even more so, okay? So it's going to be on December 16th. I want you guys to be totally prepared and ready for this. Make sure that you buy a brand new journal. Buy a brand new 2024, just a blank, beautiful journal, okay? Go on Amazon or go to a gift store or go to Barnes & Noble or go to TJ Maxx or go wherever and find a journal that when you look at it, it just feels good. Like it makes you smile. It makes you happy. You see this journal and it's just like, ooh, it's just so yummy and scrumptious, okay? That's the kind of journal you want. My journal for this past year was this beautiful dark blue one, and it says, always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. That's how I live my life, guys. I always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. So this is like an amazing journal for me for 2023. So find a journal that really resonates with you, that feels good. Also, order some 3x5 blue index cards on Amazon, okay? We're going to put links in the groups and stuff like that so that you can just click on it and order what you need to order. But you're going to need some blue index cards, 3x5. You can get the bigger ones, the 4x6 ones if you want, but the 3x5 ones are fine. I mean, you can get like 3 packs for like, I don't even know, $5. I don't even know. It's so cheap. So blue index cards, and then get some blue pens that you really love to write with, okay? Because, what I want you guys to do is put at least 3 hours aside on Saturday, December 16th, and act like it's a virtual event where act like it's a destination event. Act like you're going away, get the kids taken care of, get the dogs taken care of, go to a coffee shop or go somewhere quiet, sit in your car, I don't care, sit in your office, go somewhere where there are zero distractions. Put this time aside. It's not going to take that whole amount of time, but I want you to have extra time to finish things up, because we're not able to a lot of times people aren't able to finish it all up right then and there on the call while I'm talking. So I want you to make sure you put a 3-hour time chunk aside on December 16th. Now, anyone is invited to this call. We open it up to all companies. We open it up to all businesses. We open it up to all entrepreneurs and all family members and humans, because guess what? Clarity is power. When you know what you want, it's a lot easier to get it, okay? If you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? So this is going to give you so much clarity around your life, and I can't think of a better person who has applied this over the years. I can't wait for you to hear her story, and that's Melissa Kutchek, and she is a platinum. She's also a Director 1 here at Modere, but she is one of the humans that always reaches out to me. So excited about this call. Usually a month in advance, she'll send me a picture of her journal and her blue index cards, and so many of her goals have come to fruition. And so I'm just excited for her to share her story about being here at Modere, what she used to do, what she does, how she got here, but then also what the goal setting workshop that we're doing on December 16th, what that has done for her in her life over the years. So Melissa, are you out there?
I am here. Can you hear me okay?
I can. How are you, girl?
Good. Thank you, Michelle, for asking me to do this again, because it's always on my blue card list.
I love it. I love it so much. Well, I love how much has come to fruition in your life. So let's just start with your story, because I really want people to know who you are, what you used to do, what you do, how you got here to Modere. You can always give some tips and training on building your business here at Modere as well. I know that you want to share kind of some amazing testimonials and some things that have come from your blue cards with blue ink and your vision board and all the things that I absolutely love. So go ahead and just fire away.
Well, thank you again for allowing me this opportunity, because, like I said, it's always one of my blue cards for the year. So it's to talk about your training. So it's just truly appreciated, and I'm just so grateful for it, which is just a huge part of my practice is gratitude and bringing that into helping me with my success and my goals. So, but yeah, I joined Modere back in 2018. And have been happier than I could have ever been with any company. So it's just, there's never been a doubt that Modere is my home, that it showed up in my world for some reason, and I'm just blessed with it ever since. So, but in December, so I joined in March, quickly ran through the ranks after miserably failing at another company, and just not getting to where I wanted to be with, the quote unquote side gig. So I do this part-time, and I just, the other company that I was with, I just wasn't seeing it. And so I was going to quit network marketing. Somebody said, give it one more try. So the two Julies, they're just like, let's give it one more go. And I'm like, all right, fine, I'll give it one more go. And thank goodness I did. Like, thank you, Julie Reynolds, for introducing me to network marketing in the first place, but because it truly has made just a huge difference in my world, not just monetarily, but personally, like personal growth and personal goals. But later in December, I heard this lady come on and say that when one of the Saturday team trainings, and say that she was doing this goal setting call for 2019, and I thought, okay, like now we're talking my game. This is definitely something that I'm interested in, because I love setting goals. I was all about building habits. And so I did. I made sure I was actually celebrating Christmas the day that call came on. And I said, I'm sorry, at this time, I have to be on a phone call. I have to do this training because I think it's going to make a huge difference in my world. And I was listening to this lady called Michelle Barnes talk about blue index cards and blue pens, and I thought, all right, science geek that is built in me, I'm so about this. So I listened to that call, and fast forward to 2019, I think I had 9 cards, blue index cards written out, and 6 of the 9 came to fruition, wow, including Modere. Like, I was like, okay, this is side gig world, but I need to build it to a place. I need to know that Modere can help me build to a place that I want to be, and that will give me that consistent income that I'm looking for on a monthly basis that I wasn't getting in my past world. And fast forward to, I think it was finally October of 2019, I had met both of my Modere goals. So the blue cards, you guys, again, we'll talk about that in a second, but make sure that you spend time listening to this phone call. Put it in your calendars, put it in, and set that time apart to literally pay attention, because that beginning introduction of what Michelle does on that call completely has changed my life for the last 5 years. So, and I am there, probably her number one fan, sitting there listening and doing the actions from that call. But one of the really odd things when that call came about is that, and this is what Michelle and I talk about all the time, because I was at the first leaders conference in 2019 in Utah, and I walked up to Michelle and I said, I'm one of your blue card girls. And I said, I just want to show you, I think I had sent it to you right before leader conference. And I said, I'm the one that sent you the picture about the house. And what had happened was one of my blue card goals was just a personal dream goal. And I said by June of 2019, I'm going to live in my dream house. Now, there was a very specific house that I had in mind, but there was zero, there was no way that I knew how to get that house. The house wasn't for sale. The house was occupied. The house was on a street that I never imagined I could be on. The house had the views that I wanted. But since living on our lake, we live on a lake, and every single year for 10 years, we would go by this house and I would say, someday I will live in that house. And so in January, I actually toured the house. I was like, oh, my God. And I'm thinking my husband never in a million years would live in this house. Like, this is just a no-go. And I really actually wrote it off. But in May, my husband surprised me and came back and said, so are you ready to purchase our, he didn't say your, he said our dream home? And I was like, what are you talking about? And he said, and just back up just slightly, I had broken my ankle, and so the gold cards got put aside, but around Memorial Day, I moved from our house over to our cottage on the lake. Every Memorial Day I would move over, and I flipped open my book, and there were all my blue cards that were with me. And so I had reviewed them, and he said, I talked to the guy that owned the house. If you agree, we're making an offer on the house today. And I was just like, I was so blown away. I just couldn't believe it. So fast forward, we took a lot of action. This guy was in Jamaica celebrating his daughter's birthday. We called, we made it happen. And by Monday, Memorial Day, we had made an offer and bought the house. So I was just blown away. So by June, technically it was July 4th, but by June we had started moving into our dream home. And when we were moving, I flipped open and saw my vision board, because I have a digital vision board that I keep on my iPad. And I flipped it open and I was like, oh my God, the house and I had just pulled this house like off of Pinterest. I hadn't taken a picture of this home directly, but I had pulled a picture, and it just must have been kind of similar to what I wanted. And I put the picture of our house next to the picture of that Pinterest house that I looked at every single day. It took 10 years, but I have been living in my dream home for 3.5 years. So, and Modere was part of that. That added money from the goals I met from Modere helped us with getting this home. So it was just blown away. So I had to send it to Michelle and go, you're never going to believe this. But guess what?
It was, I get chills. I obviously know the story and I've heard it numerous times, but I'm like, I get total body chills every time I hear your story. I think sometimes we get so caught up on the how, and we're like, well, how am I going to get that dream home? Or how am I going to, go on this vacation or send my kids to this private school? Or how am I going to be able to tithe X amount of dollars? How? And it's like, when you let go of the how, you make a decision. It's amazing what happens when you make a decision. And the word decision means to cut off any other alternative. It's incision. It comes from a Latin term, incision, to cut off. So when you make a decision, like, I can tell when somebody's made a decision to make shit happen. It's crazy, because you can feel it in their energy. You can feel it in their vibe. You can hear it in their voice. You can also tell when they don't really believe it, and it's not going to happen. So I love the fact that you have always had this belief of, I am doing this goal setting training. You guys will come out of this goal setting training with 9 concrete goals for 2024. And I love that 6 of those came to fruition. Melissa, it's so freaking awesome. Well, I know you have a few other stories, and I know we need to hustle to the next speakers, but if there's other, things that you want to share, please do.
Yeah. Michelle, I'd say I think you just touched on it a little bit. You and I are both huge Bob Proctor fans. And one of my favorite sayings from him is the only limits in your life are those that you impose on yourself. So your limitations are literally anything. And I think that story that I just told, I didn't know how a dream home was going to come to fruition, especially when it wasn't even for sale. So, you know, don't focus on that how. Don't get set on, okay, I don't know how I'm going to get 10 customers. Don't worry about that how. Worry about taking the action so the how can come into fruition. And we took specific action on making the sale of this home happen. We called the person that owned the home. We didn't know how it was going to, but we just kept taking action, and it happened. You know, it's amazing what will happen. So, just kind of some words of advice is there's 2 amazing women coming up to speak next. If your goal is to be, you know, a senior team leader and hit silver or hit gold, but you have no idea how or where you're going to get the people from or where you're going to get the sales from, don't worry about that. Your action is to simply take in the personal development that is on these Saturday calls and take action with the people that are telling you, this is how I got there. Or, you know, find somebody that has already hit silver or gold. Ask them how they did it. Find somebody that is hit senior team leader, director, you know, elite, and ask them how I did it. I come back to you. I come back to Julie. I come back to a lot of people and say, how? How did you do it? What steps do I need to take? And there's so much. I mean, there's thousands, just tens of thousands of dollars worth of training that we have at our fingertips here. It's not going to work. All the stuff that everybody's doing may not work for you, but one of them will. So release the how, let that go, and just keep moving forward in your action. That's the one thing that I can take. And when you look at that blue card, your action will just continue to stay energized. So it's something that you're just going to want to look at and revisit and bring in that energy to yourself to say, if I'm going to meet that goal, I need to take this next step.
I love it. Melissa. Well, thank you for sharing that story. And maybe we can post, I know you did a post maybe last year with the side-by-side pictures of the houses, and maybe you can retell the story because obviously we have thousands of people in our groups. And so maybe you can share that story and put the picture up there so people can actually see, because it's just so cool. It gives me chills every time I see it. That would be awesome.
Just posted the Amazon link for the $4 Blue Index cards.
Awesome. I love it. Okay, well, thank you for sharing, girl. And I'm telling you guys, you know, there are blue cards with blue ink all over my house. My kids have them in their rooms. I mean, it's crazy. They will put their their goals on blue cards with blue ink. And I know it makes no sense right now for those of you that maybe it's the first time you're ever hearing this about the goal setting training, but it will on December 16th. I promise you that. So get the journal, get the pens, get the blue index cards, and be ready to just crush this goal-setting training on December 16th. All right. Well, thanks again, Melissa. You're amazing. Love you to pieces, girl. All right. Well, our next speaker, guys, I mean, I've got some goals like this woman has achieved, okay? And she's in our team. So Tina, I don't want to mutilate your last name. Can you just say your last name for me?
Hi, Michelle. It's Margaris.
Margaris. Okay. I would have totally mutilated it. So I'm so glad that I had you do that. So Tina is a Platinum Black 2, you guys, Director 3. Okay. So Platinum Black 2, that's over $25,000 in personal sales. Okay. Just do the math, 36%, not making any income claims or anything like that. But numbers are the percentage is what it is. So if you take $25,000, take 36% of that, That's a good day, y'all. And that's without recruiting a single soul. That's without even building a team. But on the other side of the comp plan, she's also a Director 3, which is over 50,000 in total team volume. And I am so excited. This woman just crushes it, okay? Tina, I watch you, and I'm just like, dang, she is crushing it. You and Cindy. I'm so excited that everybody is going to get a chance to hear from you ladies. I've got my notebook ready to take notes like crazy because you guys blow me away. You guys absolutely are so freaking amazing when it comes to building your customer pod and just crushing it. So obviously we have one day left of Black Friday. We have Cyber Monday. We have 4 days of Cyber Monday. It's like a freaking, like 5 days in this business, guys, 6-7 days late in this business. We always have a couple days to backdate. So you guys, like a week is like a freaking lifetime. You can make more money in the next week than you made in the entire year combined. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not even joking, okay? And I can't think of two better ladies. So, Tina, I'm going to have you just take it away, but I want you to share your story with these guys, the Cliff Notes version of your story, what you used to do, what you do, how you got here, all the things, and then take the gloves off, girl, because I'm ready to go PB2. I want to go Platinum Black too. So teach me how, girl.
Sure thing. Thanks for having me on the call, first of all. And I'll let you know that I had 5 very unsuccessful years in network marketing prior to coming to Modere. My background is podiatric medicine and education, and but I had a vision. I understood the vision of network marketing and what it could bring to my family for sure, but really was super unsuccessful. I will say, though, that those 5 years of failure probably helped lead me to the success I have with Modere. I needed the right brand, right? And I needed to be able to work the compensation plan that's offered. And really, when I looked at Modere and I saw the dual-sided compensation plan where I could share a discount code, and that's all I had to do to promote through the ranks, share a discount code with people on products that had set a lot of importance to me. The third-party validity studies, the science behind the supplementation, all of those things were super duper important. And so I was watching all these people winning. And you know what's funny? To be honest with you, I know a lot of people talk about seeing the trim and the spoon for the first time because it's just so viral. The very first Modere product I saw was the body firming foam. And that was what initially attracted me to take another look at the brand. Little did I know about all the amazing supplementation that I would be able to share with others, right, along the way that has led me to this really great success. So it's almost 3 years. 3 years, December 6th, I'll have been with Modere, and it has been more than life-changing. I was an educator for 25 years, lived on a working farm, drove on a holiday for 1 week of the year to go on a March break, when all the other educators were going on March break. And I got to be honest with you, living paycheck to paycheck and living with, consolidation loans and high credit cards and all of those things. And Modere has enabled me over these last 3 years to be completely debt-free and sitting here in a home that I get to winter in Florida. So I'm not making income claims. I'm just letting you know that with a little bit of elbow grease and hard work, this industry, this profession will answer your prayers for sure. Anyways,
I love that so much.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm just going to talk a little bit about how and what works when you want to have success in this business. And I can't stress this enough. You must walk that talk. And by that, I mean you need to either have we are in a health and wellness company. You either need to have a health and wellness journey where you are going on this journey of self-improvement and sharing it with others, or you are going to make sure that you're looking and feeling your best in your life. Because people are watching you. If you're going to promote something about health and wellness, you need to live that health and wellness journey, right? Show other people how good the supplements are that you're promoting through your lifestyle, right? We all know Nadia Melton, one of our amazing mentors, right, from M Life Nation. What does Nadia always say? You can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare, right?
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It means you have to just be sharing your journey, share it with others. Because I always say to you, listen, let's keep it real. There are so many health and wellness companies out there, so many brands sharing before and after pictures. I say to you, don't share other people's before and after pictures unless you're going to share your own. Share your own story first and then share others. People want to see what your supplementation and what your products are doing for you, right? The other thing I will say this, and it is so true, especially at the end, last quarter of 2023 and into 2024, you've got to bring value and education to your posts, to how you show up on your social media. And that doesn't mean you have to be an expert, but you can be sharing as you're on your journey a healthy recipe that works for you, or a really good yogurt brand, or your favorite bubbly water, a healthy dessert, things that you're utilizing along with your supplementation, right, that somebody else can take. I mean, I share my chia seed pudding all the time, right? I share it all the time. I have it inside my link, my chia seed pudding recipe. Those are things that people think, hey, I can go to the grocery store, I can try this. And then they start to listen to you, right? They start to learn from you in other ways, and then they trust in you to try the supplementation that you're sharing with them. The other thing I wanted to say about this is if you want mega success, especially when we have this ability to share our discount link and promote our products, you need to show up every day. If you want mega success, you need to show up every day. And that takes focus. It takes sacrifice. But trust me when I say it's worth it. There'll be days when you are tired, you have big family commitments, but again, I promise you, if you show up, despite what all else is going on in your life, it will be worth it. And that has to do because we utilize social media platforms, and the algorithms will favor you for utilizing their platforms every day. So it's not just showing up for your audience, but it's showing up to take advantage of the social media platforms that you're choosing to use. And I understand that that is not the level of intensity for everybody, right? So listen, I talked to you about showing up every day for mega success. So showing up sometimes gets you sometimes income, which is also the beauty of our business, right? So you're going to listen to Cindy and I, and we show up every day. But the beauty of this business is that if you want a little bit of a sometimes income, if you want just some added income into your life, just make sure you're showing up a little bit, right? You're just showing up a little bit, and you're going to earn some of those small savings that you need, that you want for your family. Okay, I'm just going to give you a few actions that you can do to help move your business forward. I want you to think about choosing a social media platform, one of your choice. And once you create your content on that social media platform, I want you to think about repurposing it. So I will give you an example. I utilize TikTok to build my social media. And then I take it and I repurpose it. I repurpose it to my stories. I repurpose it to Facebook and Instagram Reels. I continuously repurpose it. One of the best apps I've found, especially for repurposing my TikTok social media content to my Facebook stories, is a free app called Kutchek. You can take your little video, load it into that app, and it cuts it into the 26-second pieces, and then you just load it into your stories. So Cut Story really works. You want to take the watermark off of everything. I use TickSave. because I'm utilizing TikTok. Those are just 2 free apps that you can utilize. And then the other thing is, I want you to know this, and you're going to have to be brave to do it, but face to camera is definitely the vibe for social media content these days. So splashing up pictures or before and afters, or here's the discounts that are going on, or here are our packages. People are scrolling past that so fast. But if you can look into the camera, tell your story, tell a story, tell your journey, share something of value, people will stop and watch. One of the things that's really, I found this out and it works really well too, is when you are utilizing your Facebook stories, let them run out. So I might do 6 or 7 panels a day. Let that story run out completely. And then your first story panel has got to be something funny or eye-catching so that it makes people look at your very first story panel. If they look at your very first story panel, then they're more likely to get to the second or the third or the fourth and see what it is you have to offer. But letting them run out and starting over works really, really well for me. It's something that I've been doing it a lot lately. And then this is so important for anybody who is already having a customer base. Make your customer service a priority. So anybody who is already your customer, make them a huge priority in your life. So first thing first, if there is a problem, somebody drops a bottle of something, it breaks, they tell you, right? They send you a picture. You solve that problem. Don't send them to customer service with a phone number. You phone customer service. You solve that problem for your customer, and you will have that customer for life. They so appreciate you helping them. Be the problem solver for your customer. The other thing I do, the very first thing I do, the minute I get a brand new customer, is I send them a nice message. Number one, thanking them, telling them how excited I am that they have jumped on board and are going to try our supplements. And in that message, I give them the Modair shopping app. I let them know that they've got these amazing 10% off or $10 off discounts. They actually have 5 $20 off discounts that they can share with friends. So I share their customer code with them, and I let them know that I am going to send them information about promotions so they're not surprised, and I'm going to let them know that I'm always there for them. And one of the things that when a customer says to me, thank you so much, I always say, it's my pleasure, and remember, I'm always here for you. And I'm telling you, that goes a long way. Very last thing, we have all these crazy promotions going on. Next promotion that comes up, I want you to go to your customers, your present customers, and the minute you find out about the promotion is when you're going to tell your customers. And you're going to say, the promotion is coming up in 10 days, 5 days, 7 days, whatever it is from when we find out. And you're going to say, hold off on any orders. I want you to get the very best deal ever. I want you to be able to take this promotion and utilize it for yourself. They truly appreciate that as well. Okay, those are my points, Michelle.
I love it, love it, love it, love it, Tina. And that's so awesome because it's obviously something we can do, starting tomorrow, even with Cyber Monday. So what would be some just kind of last tips before we bring Cindy on? What would you do today with it being the last day of Black Friday? And then what would you do? What do you suggest as far as gearing up for Monday?
Well, gearing up for Monday, one of the things that I love to promote the most is the 5-day drop. And the 5-day drop was not part of, our Black Friday. But what was really awesome was that if you ordered the 5-day drop and you ordered a lean body system, you would get an extra $25 off in the USA and an extra $32 off in Canada. And so that was what I utilized as my platform of promotion, or the main thing I focused on. So I'm going to get in there today, and I'm going to talk to my audience about not forgetting that they can get the beautiful spoon, the amazing new flavor of trim. They can still get the free gifts of the burn, which is like I love that supplement so much. It's one of my favorite supplements. And I will just discuss that on my stories, as well as probably pin a post to my personal Facebook. And that is as far as I will go, because I've already let my customers know a number of times of what's going on. But on Sunday, my customers will be reminded that we are going to have the amazing Cyber Monday deals, what their door crasher would be, what they will be able to get, because and I will do it in a way to say, hey, I'm so excited if you got to order your Black Friday stuff. But if there were some of the supplements or some of the products that you like to use that weren't in the Black Friday deals, Monday is the day to order those, because you're going to get the free shipping, you're going to get the 10% off site-wide. So I'm just reminding them, hey, thanks so much if you already ordered your Black Friday, but if there was something in there you didn't get, Monday is your day.
Awesome. I love it. Well, girl, I am so excited for you, and thank you for these amazing, amazing tips. Thanks for the amazing tips on some of the apps and stuff. I love it. So thank you so much, girl. Keep crushing it. So proud of everything you're doing, and we're just so grateful for you.
You're welcome, Michelle. I just want to say one thing, because I was taking notes while you guys were talking. And like Michelle said, there are driving behaviors behind success. Right, and so those things that I shared with you were some of the driving behaviors behind success. And what I loved so much was when Melissa said Bob Proctor's quote of the only limits on your life are the ones you impose on yourself. So if you are limiting yourself by not doing the driving behaviors, then you need to just sit and think about that and ask yourself what you want, and then go for it.
So, so true. Love it, girl. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. Well, last but absolutely freaking not least, this is another woman that just blows my mind on a daily basis. I mean, her TikToks, her Reels, everything that she does, just the consistency that this woman has. I mean, she's always popping up on my For You page. She's always popping up everywhere. I mean, there is no doubt in my mind that she is crushing it on a daily basis because of how she shows up every day. She's a Platinum Black 2. That's over 25,000 in personal sales, guys, 36% without even building a freaking team. And she's also Director's Release, over 50,000 in team volume. So crushing both sides of the compensation plan is Cindy Currie. So, Cindy, are you out there, girl?
Hey, Michelle. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just going to give a quick warning. I'm fighting a cold right now, so if I go on mute for 2 seconds, it means I'm probably coughing.
Okay, no worries. Well, we appreciate the fact that you, again, what a great example of someone who shows up probably when she doesn't want to. Still doing the thing, even though you probably would rather be curled up in bed. So thank you for being here for us. And thank you for sharing all the goodness, because I know you're going to share some of the best tips ever, because, girl, you amaze me. You just are absolutely crushing it. So let's start with your story. Would love to hear kind of Cliff Notes version of story, what you do, how you got here, and then take the gloves off. I know we're running a little bit over, but, guys, I guarantee you what Cindy has to share is going to be worth hanging tight and staying strong on this call to the very end. So, Cindy, take it away.
Okay, cool. I'm just going to take a quick sip of water here. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome. You know what? I love listening to all three of these women. All three of these women are amazing, amazing people. Listening about the blue card. I've never done that, Michelle, so I'm kind of looking forward to this now. I've got it on the save the date for sure, and I will definitely be listening to that, and I hope all of you will too. And listening to Tina. Listen. Tina's hands down, she just gave you the most value. I was looking at my little notes that I kind of made. I don't really make a lot of notes because when we talk about ADHD squirrel brain, that's this girl right here. I'm all over the place, so I hope you guys can stay with me as I talk. But when I'm listening to Tina, I'm like, check, check, check. She's like, she gave you so much value today. So just absolutely phenomenal. A little bit about me. I am a mom of 3, wife to 1, and well, it's always funny when you say that, wife to 1. Anyways, and I started. I was in network marketing years ago, and I gotta get my brain straight here for a second. I was in network marketing years ago with another company, and I saw the vision. I could see the vision with the network marketing, and I did not too bad with it. I was kind of excited about it. Worked with a team of women that I really enjoyed. All of these, they were all friends of mine. However, they were just not. The company itself and the business plan itself, the compensation plan itself, was not completely matching to what I wanted from a personal business, from a side business, because I work full time. Both my husband and I work full time, and so when I was working with that company, I was like, oh, this is really good, and then it just kind of it got to be too much. So I ended up leaving the industry altogether. And I thought I was never going to come back into the industry. I thought that was it. I'm done with that. That's a good part of that life. I had lots of fun. I made a little bit of money. I worked a lot, but I was away from home. I wasn't seeing the kids. It was all the things that, that I didn't want, that I needed to do to make any sort of money. And it was recruit to recruit to recruit. And it just wasn't vibing with me. So I finally had to leave. Thought I was never coming back. When my girlfriend started showing posts on social media about collagen, this is where my story with Modere starts. 5 years down the road, like we're talking like years and years and years since I've done this other company, and 5 years down the road, and I'm watching her post, and I'm thinking, what the heck? And I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm thinking, oh geez, what the heck? And I'm thinking, maybe I should get some of that stuff. Should I get some of that stuff? But I knew it was an MLM company, and I didn't want anything to do with it because of what I had already experienced, if that makes any sense. I was like, can I just buy the collagen and just don't talk to me about the business, okay? And she said, absolutely, I can do that. I would love to have you try the collagen. And I went, holy shit, really? Sorry, didn't mean to swear. I was like, holy moly, are you kidding me right now? And so anyways, I started using the collagen, and I was like, I had no expectations whatsoever. Took a little before picture because she told me to take a before picture, and I was like, well, okay. And then I took an after picture, and I sent it to her, and I was like, holy moly, you should see this. Fast forward, I was a customer. I've been a customer of the product for the whole 5.5 years that I've been with Modere. I was a customer for 6 months. Kept telling her, don't talk to me about it. She kept trying to a little bit, and no, don't talk to me about it. I'm just a customer. Just let me be a customer. I absolutely loved it. But the thing is that people were asking me, what are you doing to your skin, Cindy? Why does your skin look so good, Cindy? What is going on? Why do I feel so good, right? And I resisted because I didn't want to get into another MLM, right? And then one day she asked me to do a referral post. You guys, if you're not doing referral posts, you should still be doing referral posts. But those attraction posts that we can get people to do for us, if they're willing to. That was I did a referral post for my girlfriend, and it absolutely blew up with people wanting to know, what the heck have you done to your skin? And then I kind of, being the person that I am, I was like, we both make good incomes at the time. Nothing wrong with our incomes. However, I had an oldest that was going to be heading to university right away. I did not have a university fund for her. And then we had 2 younger kids, twins, boy and a girl, that, they're going to start into sports. And it's been competitive sports. So how are, without having to juggle things and pay, rob Peter to pay Paul kind of thing, how are we going to do this? And I wanted the extra income. We needed it. I had no extra savings for any of this. Anyways, I got into it. And that referral post blew up. It changed my whole thought about the process. I actually let her show me what the compensation plan looked like at the time, and I was like, oh, well, this is interesting. a dual-sided compensation plan. I can make money just by focusing on selling product. And she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, I think I like that. I could do that. So I did that. And you know what I want to tell you guys is that with that dual compensation plan, pick what you really like to do. What excites you? That's the part that really got to me. I could do what I really wanted to do. I could sell product, and I could make a decent living doing it. I didn't have to have the pressures of recruiting people if I didn't want to. I didn't have to have. Now, I have a team, and it's an amazing team. And these are all people that were excited to come into the business with me because they wanted to learn how they could do this for themselves as well, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, you know, so it totally changed, and I had to admit that not all MLMs are the same. Not all network marketing companies are the same, and not all compensation plans are the same. And I had found something that I really liked and that really resonated with me. So here I am 5.5 years later, and I'm still going strong on the customer pod side. I really love that. I have my team. I help them as well. And it all comes down to, you know, I think, who said this? I think you said this, Michelle, is to create your own economy. And that really rang true with me right now, especially with the economy. And everyone's saying, oh, the economy's down and no one's buying and da-da-da, all this stuff. And people seem to be really down about things. I'm the type of person that if it's not part of my world, it doesn't need to worry me. So I create my own economy, and I take a look at my business and I go, but what do I have control of? I have control of what I do. I have control of my activities every single day. I have control of, I can still share with people and help people. Are there going to be people that maybe the budget is not in, you know, it's not in their budget? For sure. Is there going to be people that it is in their budget? For sure. Right? So don't get bent out of shape about the people that are not, and work with the people that are, and work with the people that want the help, and just keep showing up. Tina said this, be consistent, show up every single day. When I said yes to my girlfriend about starting this business, I said to her at the time, and now we have some wonderful systems, the ATM system and all of this stuff, and it's very comprehensive. Anyone can plug in and just get started. There's all the training. We've got thousands of dollars worth of training in our own social marketer group in MLife, you know. So it's all there. When I first started, I said to her, what do I need to do? And she said, post every single day. And I said, okay, but what do I post? And she said, 80% post life. Post about you. Let people know you. People need to know, like, and trust you if they're going to buy something from you. And if they're going, if they're going to take your opinion, if they're going to take your advice, they need to know, like, and trust you. Let them know who you are. 20% of the time, you're going to post about your business, about your product. You're never, ever going to post a deal flyer. You're never going to focus solely on price. You're going to focus on value. You're going to focus on how do they feel. And that's really what I do. When I am marketing, when I'm creating reels, when I'm creating anything, it's about how is this person seeing this video? Does it help them to say either, hey, me too, or, oh, I could use that, right? So that's what I'm focusing on when I'm creating, that content, and every single day, showing up consistently every single day, being just me. I told you right at the start, I'm a squirrel brain, and I probably have gone off on 5 different tangents already in this few minutes that I've been talking. But be consistent, be authentic, and then find the fun in it, because that's what's going to help you in the day-to-day learning from start to where you're going to get to. The day-to-day, you're going to start. When I first started, I was not good. I didn't know what I was doing. We didn't do video back then, thank goodness, probably, because if I started video 3 years ago, and I look back, you can go through my TikTok. You can scroll all the way back, because I have not erased anything. So you can scroll all the way back to 2020. I think I started doing video, and Tina mentioned this. right now, that's where your impact is. And I've been saying that for 3 years, essentially. Since I started video is always going to be where you're going to have the most impact. So because people can see you, it's back to that know, like, and trust. When people can see you, they can hear you, they can like vision what you look like and see that look on your face, rather than a text message or a written text post or something like that, right? So it's right. It's about those things and showing up. Because if you're not showing up every day, and I don't care how much money you want to make. If you want to make $100 a month, awesome. If you want to make $10,000 plus a month, awesome. I still think you need to show up in some way or shape or form every single day. Maybe it won't be as much as I show up every day on all of my socials. Tina talked about how she creates and repurposes, and I do that as well. So maybe you're not going to do that if you're not going to want to, take as much time, make as much money. But I still feel that you need to show up in some way, shape, or form every single day, because you know what that does really is it builds a habit. It's built a habit for me. So when I'm traveling, when I'm not feeling well, when I'm doing, whatever I'm doing, my day-to-day business, it's ingrained in me. It's like brushing your teeth. You don't have to think about it. You just do it. It's a habit. It should be. It better be a habit. You better all be brushing your teeth every day. But it's something that it's ingrained in me every single day, and I want to do that, and it makes me feel better to do that. So that's what I've built by showing up and taking that one little step. What's going to grow my business every single day? And circling back, it's going to be video. Video is hands down growing my business every single day. I'm not posting, 5-7 videos on each platform every day now. I'm posting one, but I am into this 3.5 years. If you're starting brand new, fresh, you might want to post maybe 2, maybe 3 a day to get some traction on your social media platforms so that you can get the algorithm working in your favor, because each algorithm on each social platform is going to be a little bit different, right? So you do have to put your foot on the accelerator and give yourself a chance, but give yourself that chance. Don't write yourself off because you're not very good. Just, what you're going to do is whenever you feel like you're not very good and you don't know what you're doing and you don't know how to do things, go look at my 2020 TikToks and look at those and go, oh, she didn't know what she was doing either.
But Cindy, I love that.
She still showed up.
I love that so much. And I do have to give you and Tina a better shout out, because all of a sudden it popped in my head. I'm like, wait, Platinum Black 2 is 30,000 in personal sales, not 25. So I apologize for shying you guys on that extra 5,000 in sales, because that's kind of what I do on a monthly basis. So no one wants to be discounted on that. So 30,000 in sales, guys, 36% with their customer pod. And Cindy, I love that. So, looking at your social media, I know you have 101,000 followers now. So when you started doing TikToks in 2020, I think that's when, we all kind of started getting on TikTok, and, oh my gosh, scary to look back at some of those beginning videos. But I love that you say go back and look at it, and I love that you haven't deleted any of them, because it really does show the journey. But, 3 years, you guys, is nothing. Where could you be 3 years from today? Right? Where could you be? So, Cindy, when you first started doing Modere, you said you've been a customer 5.5 years, but been on the product about 5.5 years. You've been with the company about 5 years?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I started. I was a customer for 6 months and then became a social marketer. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So about 5 years you've been with Modere. So 5 years, but in 2020 you started doing, TikTok and stuff like that. How many followers would you say you had in 2020 before TikTok?
Very little. Before TikTok, it was Facebook, and with Facebook, and honestly, I'm going to be honest, I was getting really discouraged because I was talking to the same 20 people that were liking my posts every single day. And I knew that something needed to change. And I knew that I needed to make a pivot. And there was a couple people on, within our team, John's team, that had made a pivot over to video, over to TikTok. And I was like, wait a second. They're having fun over there, because I was over on TikTok with my daughter. My 10-year-old daughter actually had introduced me to TikTok at the time. And so I'm on there. I'm doing dances with her. She's showing me how to do the wall, like all of this stuff. And I'm like, what? Wait a second. She's building business and having fun over there. Okay, hang on. This is like genius. So that's how I started. And I had created my own TikTok because, of course, I got a little addicted to it. It was lots of fun to watch. It was a nice break from the heaviness of the world at the time.
Sure.
If you recall 2020, what was going on. And Facebook was heavy at the time, and I wanted off it.
Yeah.
And I went on to TikTok, and I started out not doing any sort of Modere at all. I think I maybe had 1,000 followers when I first started. And by the time we got to, that first year went by, maybe, I don't know, I hit platinum black well under 15,000 followers. You don't need a lot of followers to make a lot of impact and to have a really growing, decent-sized business, right? Again, that moves into the whole, when Tina talks about customer service and taking care of people and caring for people and letting people know that you care for them, right? And but on Facebook and Instagram in this last year it was a pivot in my content again to go towards more of the face camera, less. I don't do trending videos anymore. It's all about education, and it might not be about our products. It's usually not about our products anymore, but I weave them in there. Excuse me, hang on a second. Sorry, and I know we're running way over time, and I thank you all for staying on this long. It's about the lifestyle at this point. It's like I pivoted my content to really focus on how can I help people, and it might not always be that one product that I can help people with. It's a whole range of things and a lifestyle, and talking about castor oil, like talking about gut health, talking about all these other things. But that has grown my Instagram from 3,000 followers to over 126,000 followers now. So, and that's just been since July. And then Facebook, same thing, over 100,000 followers on Facebook now. And it's that pivot. And that's what I think is important to remember. You're not going to be good when you start. You're going to learn. You're going to grow as you learn. You're going to do as you learn. And then you're going to keep in mind that sometimes there are going to be small pivots that you're going to have to make, just because we do work within these social media platforms. And as they pivot, we need to pivot as content creators on those platforms, so that we can continue being able to show as many people as as many people as we can what we do, how we do it, and how it can help them too, right? So it's been quite a journey, but started with literally I started on Facebook with 384 followers or friends on Facebook in 2018, and now I'm at over 101, almost 102,000 right now.
Okay, so 2018, you had 340 some friends on Facebook, which is pretty average. I would say when people get started in business, if they're not building any kind of businesses on social media, I would say the average person probably has 300 to 500 friends on Facebook. And that was you in 2018. And here we are in 2023. So that's 5 years, you guys. In 5 years of Cindy being totally consistent and pivoting here and there. The only thing that remains the same is change. Things have definitely changed, from doing all the crazy videos on TikTok in 2020 to more value-driven and face-to-camera and talking and things like that. So you just pivot. And I love that you've done that, Cindy. And in 5 years to go from 340-some friends on Facebook to over 100,000 followers, then over 126,000 on Instagram, just because you're adding value to people's lives and helping people in all kinds of different ways is just amazing. And I love that it started off with you being a customer for 6 months and then putting up a referral post. I mean, it's all the things that we teach and preach and that people wonder why they're not getting results because they're not doing it. And it's like, just do the thing and you shall have the power, So I love it, girl. You're amazing. I know we've gone over, but I'm looking at the numbers, and y'all stayed strong on this call, man. I mean, we kept, I think we only had maybe 2 or 3 people drop off. So that is amazing. So, Cindy, thank you for your time, and thank you for everything. And Tina and Melissa, you ladies are amazing, and I just appreciate and love the heck out of you all so much. Guys, do what they do. All you got to do is, every single person in Modere, everybody wants you to copy their stuff. You make it your own, obviously. Don't just copy it, but look at what they're doing and duplicate it in your own way with your personality. There's enough abundance to go around, y'all. There's 7 billion people on the planet. You're looking for a couple good people who see what you see. Obviously, Melissa saw it, Tina saw it, Cindy saw it. There's so many of you on this call. You all saw something that got you excited about this. And so what was it? Now go out there and make it happen, guys. We've got the rest of the day for Black Friday today. We've got Cyber Monday starting on Monday, 4 days of site-wide sale, guys. I mean, if there was ever a time to make a decision to plant your flag right now, and imagine where it could be 5 years from now. And where are you going to be in 5 years if you keep doing what you've been doing? All right? If you keep doing what you've been doing, you're going to be in the same damn place 5 years from now, guys. So all I'm saying is, look at what Cindy's created in 5 years. If she can do it, so can you. So can we. Okay? So, but it takes a commitment and a decision. And, I think it was Tina that was talking about some sacrifice and doing the things you don't want to do. Sacrifice is just giving up something of a lower value to receive something of a higher value. So with that, guys, I appreciate all of you that hung in here. Melissa, Tina, Cindy, thank you guys so much for your time. And Cindy, please, I hope you feel better. And love you guys. Appreciate you all. Let's crush the rest of Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Love you guys. Let's make November your best month out of the entire year. Have a great weekend, everybody.